Hey everyone, welcome to the Relfection's YouTube channel. This is going to be my very first video. Now I also want to say this is the best quality sound I could get, which is using these gaming headphones. If you guys like a little bit of ASMR, these headphones pick up on every little sound noise that I make, so I hope you enjoy that. And that's exactly what this channel is going to be all about. It's called the Real MEEHSUMS, even though MEEHSUMS is not actually my real name, so that's a bit ironic. But it's going to be just everything in my life that I wish I was doing better, and that I wish I was more disciplined and had a bit more resolve and fortitude. So I have been I'm going to call it a $0 entrepreneur. I think I've made about $2,000 since I began my entrepreneur journey, which was about 5 or 6 years ago, but we'll just say I'm a $0 entrepreneur. My journey has been so many little half starts that it is ridiculous, and I think they call it when you have your line in the sand moment. I'm gonna call it the moment when I am tired of looking at the wall in front of me that's blocking the sun from my life, and I've finally had that moment where I'm like, I'm gonna climb this freaking wall and I'm gonna bear it all to everyone. I really believe in being authentic. I really believe in being honest and transparent and just connecting with people on a level where it's like, hey, I'm a human. You can call me MEEHSUMS because I like that name. I like what MEEHSUMS brings out for me. So on this channel, we're going to be looking at my whole life. I was a health coach. I am a health coach. That was kind of a half start as well, but that basically taught me the 5 categories of my life, and later broken down into 12 sections of my life. So the 5 categories are spirituality, relationships, nutrition, physical activity, and career. And so all of these parts of my life, I want them to get better. I'm doing pretty good. I'm 28 years old and life is moving, but I still have a bunch of debt to pay off. I haven't found the career of my dreams. So let's go over those 5 categories about the real MEEHSUMS. Physical activity. I have joined a gym with my partner. We enjoy going to the gym. We went 4 times each week for 2 weeks, and then suddenly nothing. It's the 3rd week and it's Friday. But I have been doing a little bit of yoga. I think my goals with physical activity, I'm going to be completely honest, it's totally aesthetic. I want to learn how to do parkour, and I love intuitive movement, and I love the idea of being a ninja, gunning it and being super cool. But at the moment, my physical activity focus is purely aesthetic and feeling good. Nutrition, I've been really good most of the time. I was vegan for ages, vegetarian for ages. I don't eat fish because there's not enough fish in the sea for us to eat, which is my honest, pure belief, so I'm going to be that one person that makes a difference. But I eat lots of vegetables. My one foe at the moment is chips, like crisps, you know, potato chips. I freaking love them so much. I love them way more than chocolate. There's a hole in my tooth, and every time I eat something sweet, I feel like that hole is getting bigger, and it freaks me out because at the moment, I can't afford to go to a dentist. So that brings me on to my finances or my career category, and I'm gonna like tune them in together. My career, I just want to be an entrepreneur. I want to make money in my own way, in my own time, and I also want to make a big impact on the world, but discovering how to do that has been really difficult. I've spent probably over $30,000 on my entrepreneurship, and I've made like $1,000, so that's why I call myself, maybe $2,000 I did say at the beginning of the video, so that's why I call myself a $0 entrepreneur, because I have tried so many things. I've fallen for so many scams. I've made like numerous websites selling numerous things with drop shipping, Alibaba, Wix, Amazon affiliation, tarot card readings. I have a channel called Ignite Tarot, and magic, Kangen, water machines, so many things. The list goes on. And so what is happening with my finances and my career is that I have done every career almost under the sun, except for the ones that I love to do, which is singing, creation, acting, just creating content, creating art, and creating change in the world. It's really hard to get into because I have a terrible credit rating. My Canadian credit card, I haven't looked at it in a long time. That makes my heart pound every single time. The other thing that I'm paying off is a Kangen Enagic debt, so a Kangen water filter. I bought into that, and I don't think the company's bad. I think their systems could be improved in terms of their finance department because it's really confusing, and I don't actually get a statement unless I ask for it. But the biggest thing that got me was the cult that got me into it. They don't care if you can't afford it. They're like, it's your life, and they'll make you feel really, really bad for not wanting to do it. It's like, you're really missing out on this. So I jumped in on it, and that's where 20 grand of my debt came into. I realized this morning is that I have never finished anything. I always just kind of like give up. And then I start again, and I'm in that starting place, which means you have to invest more money because you have to suddenly remake a new website. You have to pay for that domain. You have to use all of that time and effort, and you're constantly editing. And then you have to pay for dropshipping and all these like little automation services. Like there's so many little fees, and then you kind of give up and you forget to cancel all the subscriptions. So you're actually I'm setting myself back so many times. And so this YouTube channel is all about me getting up and going and doing it and just sticking with it. So that's where I'm at. Career, spirituality. Spiritually, spirituality to me is connecting with oneself. How nice are you to yourself? Thus, how nice are you to the world? And lately I've been playing around with a lot of shadow work, which is basically just me trying to accept all of the bad parts of myself, and it's speaking up about those bad parts of myself. So if I feel uncomfortable because of something irrational, like it might seem irrational to someone else, and I know it might sound irrational, but I speak it anyway, and then I go through that process with those people about what they might think of me because I said that, what I then do because I said that. Do I riddle myself with guilt, or do I learn to pick myself up and merge and unite myself together? So I'm working on my authenticity a lot right now, which is really, really scary. I don't meditate anymore. I don't do regular yoga. I don't really have a regular spiritual practice. I'm a bit of a mess right now. I've dropped the ball a lot spiritually, but I also believe in my total power. I'm a magic person. I'm always playing with energy balls, especially with candles. That's super fun. I forgot to light my candles. Come on. That's better, isn't it? Relationships. My relationships at the moment are heavily, I'm going to say, dictated by my spirituality, because instead of being a people pleaser and doing what I think people want me to do, or saying what I think people want me to say, I'm working on the parts of myself that might seem uncomfortable to others. That is really heavily affecting my relationships. Communication is a huge factor, and it's been quite difficult but also very rewarding, particularly with my partner and I, Croydish. He's been like the best listener and the most understanding person I've ever met. We're twin flames. And I'm super grateful to have him in my life, and his whole family has like welcomed me in, and I've actually made a lot of headway with my own family. I had a lot of just teething problems, you know, when you turn into a grown-up, like you're a kid and you do everything the way your parents tell you to do it, and then you leave, and then you're like, I'll never do that again. No, they can't tell me what to do. I don't eat Coke and candies all night, every night till the day I die. At the moment, I'm releasing that blame. I feel like everybody blames their parents at some point. Like, it's just the teenage rebellion. It's just the maturing rebellion of turning into an adult. It's really coming back around, so I'm really pleased with my relationships at the moment. Although I am still quite socially anxious as a person. I don't like being extroverted if I don't have to be, because when I'm extroverted, I'm really extroverted, and it takes a lot out of me. What else is there? Am I forgetting something? Relationships, physical activity, spirituality, career, and nutrition. I've covered them all. So let's get into the main topic of this video, and that is basically deciding to climb over the wall that has been blocking my sunshine for the past 5 years. I have been giving up. It's like I start climbing the wall and then I realize I'm not strong enough, I'm not good enough, or I see other people's content or ideas and I'm just like, oh, never going to work. This is never going to work. But this channel, The Real MEEHSUMS, my first goal is to deliver you guys 90 videos, because I've heard on average we get our first 1,000 subscribers within 90 videos on YouTube, which is kind of exciting. So it's a really good goal to have, and hopefully I'll start honing in a formula, something that you guys like to hear and see about my life, because honestly, I get super and I've got all of these ideas and this greatness flowing through my brain, coming out of my heart, but as soon as I sit down in front of the camera, it's like, oh, now I have to do it. But I do have messages and I do have something valuable to give to the world, and that is the way I do things. I feel like I could become world leader. And we're gonna stop me right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and exploring the way that I like to look at my life in terms of setting goals and just getting things done. I think it's really good to just be aware of what you're doing. It's like, make your life a financial budget. Know what's going in, know what's coming out. You know, what are you feeding your life with, and what results are you getting from that, and where can you go from there? I'm also starting a podcast. It's the exact same name, The Real MEEHSUMS, and I get a little bit more wacky because obviously I don't have to edit the video, which is a really long process, and so it's just much better. Now, if you guys heard any topics in this video that you would like me to elaborate on, either in my life to give examples or just because you're curious, or if you have a question and you'd like me to answer it, I am a certified health coach with Integrative Institute of Nutrition, so I have a kind of level head, although I am crazy. Yes, that's why my name is MEEHSUMS. So if you're ready to get wacky, subscribe, comment, do all the things, and get in touch. I hope you have enjoyed. Boom, boom!